The biggest challenge you've had to overcome personally in your marriage that you're really proud of that you overcame?
Few marriages survive the death of a child, and no wonder, but the serious illness of a child is also an unbelievable stressor. And I've seen many, many women protect their children from the father. They don't trust him. And so every time he interacts with the child, they'll do something disapproving. If you discipline someone properly, they become disciplined, right? That means they're competent.
They're organized, they have structure,
they can control themselves.
The biggest challenge you've had to overcome personally in your marriage that you're really proud of that you overcame in the last, I don't know if you've been married for 50 years, but I know you wrote that you've loved your wife for 50 years. But what's the hardest thing that you had to overcome as a man or a human being in this relationship that you're extremely proud of that you did, in fact, overcome it, or you've improved upon it in a major way?
I don't know if I'm proud about it. Proud of it. Like the success at these things seems so unlikely and so dependent on good luck in some sense that, mostly if things go well for me, I'm generally grateful that I escaped from the axe, rather than being proud of it. We did a good job of working through our attitude towards how we were going to treat our children. So we were on the same page all the time, pretty much all the time. And so we didn't let the kids appeal to one of us or the other. We really participated in their upbringing. And we talked all that through, and that's good. We have good relationships with our kids, both of us, and that was really necessary too, because my daughter got unbelievably sick for massive amounts of time. And my son, we had to ignore him a lot because he just wasn't dying. So it was like, kid, sorry, like we got a problem here. And he was great, man. He just rode through that like a master. I've seen many, many women protect their children from the father. They don't trust him. And so every time he interacts with the child, they'll do something disapproving. A look, they'll put him down. Now, it's not like men don't do that to their wives. There's all sorts of tricks that men have for their wives. Mm-hmm. Men are very good at turning their wives into drudges, for example, for a variety of reasons, which we can go into. But if you don't trust men, you won't let them have a hand in the children, the discipline of the children. And when you think of discipline, you think of punishment and threat and dad saying no. That isn't discipline. Discipline is discipline. If you discipline someone properly, they become disciplined, right? That means they're competent.
They're organized. They have structure.
They can control themselves. And that's discipline, you see. Then you're not defeated by your own impulses. Few marriages survive the death of a child, and no wonder, but the serious illness of a child is also an unbelievable stressor. And, we sailed through that as well as could be hoped. You kind of know that because you look back and you think, well, do we regret? Right? And of course, there's the odd regret. One thing, when you have a sick child, you have this terrible conundrum all the time of, well, how hard do you push them? When do you allow the illness to be a reason that they aren't doing something? When do you allow them to use the illness as a reason that they're not doing something? Well, it's really, really hard to get that right. And sometimes we pushed harder than we should have and misunderstood too. But at least we did that together.